In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa. Looking for the right answers to hard and sometimes confusing global events? Look no further. SSM's team brings unique perspectives from across the globe. Our in-depth independent reporting is to make you better understand the world as we evolve.
Hi there, I'm Mary Keurig, and I am a businesswoman in the United States, but I'm also the Global Content Vice President for the Sub-Saharan Open University in Nigeria. I could not be prouder to work with Dr. Osita Anamika and his team on helping to create not just entrepreneurs and skill-based talent that will get out into the workforce and make a living for themselves, but also young leaders. And to that end, with this integrity-rich university environment that's accredited now, and it's just an amazing opportunity for anyone there of any age to jump on board and learn, we want to let you know about a new offering that we have. We have a global governance and diplomacy course now provided by a whole team of people that crosses several countries to put together these resources and lots of great information for those of you who might be on the path toward public service and diplomatic service, NGO leadership, that sort of thing. We hope that you will walk through this open door and enjoy.
A year ago, I wrote a book titled The Final Solution, and I was trying to say to the rest of the world that there are challenges ahead. Now, a prophecy did come, and that prophecy is coming to pass. But I'm telling you, the final solution has been found many years ago in the Bible, because the Bible simply says righteousness exalts a nation and sin is a reproach to the people. So I want you to know that you can get solutions to problems in Ukraine, in Russia, in Nigeria, indeed all parts of the world. We need that solution, and the solution is straightforward. Please get a copy of my book. It's the Final Solution by Bishop Schengen Johnson, and you can find it in Kindle, in Amazon. Just type Bishop Schengen Johnson, The Final Solution. It will come. It's very, very small book you can read within 2 hours, but it contains the final solution. Do get a copy. Not getting it is doing disservice to humanity. Don't forget the final solution.
Yes, you're welcome this morning. Beautiful morning here in Milan, Italy. Welcome to our Friday news update, international news update. My name is Godwin Iweajuwa, and I'm here from the Milan studio. Joining me, hopefully, as we go on, are my coordinators from different parts of the world. I'm still looking up to them joining us this morning. So anyway, it's a beautiful morning. It's also the 6th of June, when in most parts of the Muslim world, they are celebrating the Eid, the celebration, a celebration of love, celebration of sacrifice, the feast of sacrifice, and a moment when the Muslim countries really come together as one people. So we wish all our Muslim followers happy Eid al-Adha, Eid-ha-Adha, or Feast of Sacrifice, like the English would call it. So you're welcome. I'll continue as we go on. Thank you.
Elevate your new week, fuel your success. SSM invites you to kickstart each weekday with our news update Between the Lines, featuring the week's top news and analysis and the most attention-grabbing lines, deciphering world events. Hook up to SSM Monday program Between the Lines.
Yes, SSM Friday International Update. Before we go into some of the international update, let's run through what we have today. Today we're talking more on what's happening in different parts of Europe, different parts of the Western world. As of this morning, we got news that Russia-Ukraine update. Russia has been pounding on Ukraine. We got news that Kiev was pummeled last night with Russian ballistic missiles, and there are also some drones attack killing at least 4 people, and this is not going well with Putin. So it's a revenge for what they termed Operation Spiderweb. Operation Spiderweb saw a lot of destruction inside Russia, and yes, last night Russia has retaliated, killing 4 Ukrainians. We are still waiting for some images from that angle. It's not too nice to know how humanity has gone into real destruction. All we do now is kill. And innocent people are being killed, all for power, all for ego, and I mean, it's sad. So Russia pummeled Kiev, Russia pummeled Ukraine last night with some ballistic missiles, and 4 people so far have been reported dead. It's terrible. We also heard that some EU, NATO members that borderline with Ukraine were also bombarded, were also pummeled last night, as well as the Ukraine capital. This comes after more, like we said earlier, what we call the Operation Spiderweb. Operation Spiderweb is an operation that the Ukrainians used in sending some long-range missiles into Russia last time. So Russia has retaliated, and it's not going well. And Russia also added some EU, NATO member into its bombing. So that's the news this morning. Updates from Russia, Ukraine news. Let's hope that we get some more updates on that as time goes on. Also, we have the update on that very interesting news between Trump and his former friend. Now he's a former friend, Elon Musk. Elon Musk and Trump are officially over. Their friendship has been declared officially over as they go into social media, tearing down each other through the social media. So what are those things that we see coming out from this breakdown of their relationship? One is Elon says he might not be able to bring back, and this doesn't sound real good, he might not be able to bring back stranded NASA astronauts. He might not. So we know last time he was the one that was able to help bring back the two astronauts that were stranded in the International Space Center space of station. But this time, the ones that have gone, he has said he might not bring them back. So Elon has just taken a new level in the feud he has with President Trump. You know, this political fight actually affects people, businesses, organization, progress in so many ways. So he posted this on his X handle that he might have to decommission his company Dragon spacecraft from moving to rescue those that are up there at the International Space Station. This was coming in response to also Trump posting on social truth media that yes, he has considered terminating all of U.S. contracts with Elon Musk. All of U.S. contracts with Elon Musk, he said, will be terminated. So we'll be seeing more of these stories between these two people. We don't know what happened all of a sudden. Also, Elon yesterday made a confession. He said he made a statement, and said how he put it is President Trump is in the Epstein files, the Epstein list that we've been waiting for. He said, yes, Donald Trump is in that list. Now, who is Epstein? If you all remember, the Epstein man was that billionaire that committed suicide when he was in prison, and Epstein was charged for sex trafficking. He died in prison in 2019. So there is a list that is supposed to come out on him, and Elon is telling us that the Donald Trump is in that list. Interesting times. We still wonder what this whole thing means. Also, part of that breakdown in their relationship is spilling up more things. There's more of such stories that we should wait for some other updates he will be giving through his X social handle. That Elon is saying this. He also says that there are some more explosive news update he has on Trump. So you wonder where we're taking all of this. So viewers, this is me in the studio on today's International Global News Updates. So moving on, also, there is this story on Biden and all the conspiracy behind his health while he was in office. So Donald Trump has ordered an inquiry into the conspiracy that was hidden during Biden's tenure in office. So he said the Republicans have long argued that Biden was suffering from intellectual problems, even as White House went ahead with major legislations and presidential decrees during his time. So what they are saying is some of those decrees, some of those legislations were passed under a cover-up that wasn't really Biden signing to them. So that doesn't sound good at all. If you have a president that's not coherent, is not he's not cognitive, his health is declining, he shouldn't have access to signing legislations and presidential decrees. He shouldn't do that because he's not in that sense, that human well-being to understand the intricacies and implications of what he's signing. So Trump orders inquiry into that whole thing. Let's see what the inquiry will come up with as time goes on. So that's the news coming from United States, some of the updates we're getting. Also, we're having that update from South Korea. South Korea says they've the election has come, and the victory was on the side of the opposition candidate, Lee Jae-myung. Lee Jae-myung has emerged as the South Korean president for now. We're trying to see if we have images on that. So he won that election, and it looks like it will be some real huge move for him and his party. So Lee Jae-myung has become the South Korean president. He faces a lot of challenges, though, a lot of challenges even with the United States and some his other countries, even closest allies, and North Korea, also the border country to South Korea. So that's an update from the South Korean side. Lee Jae-myung has become the president after the election. Also, we have some updates coming from different corners there. There is an update coming from Nigeria. Okay, we have image of the South Korean president. That's the South Korean president raising up his fist, sign of victory as he won the election. Yes, a lot is coming out from that side. As of this morning, there's this update also we just got that America plans to attack China. We don't know how true that information might be, but we got that this morning, and we're still waiting to hear what the update will be like. So a lot is happening. A lot. Let's come to some Nigerian updates as we go along, and stay with us. Stay with us. It's Friday International Updates.
Looking for the right answers to hard and sometimes confusing global events? Look no further. SSM's team brings unique perspectives from across the globe. Our in-depth independent reporting is to make you better understand the world as we evolve. In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
Yes, you're welcome back. Friday SSM, Friday International Update. My name is Mark Godwin Iwejuan. So let's do some local news updates. Number one we have here is Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, has said that they will no more approve illegal created islands in Lagos. Illegal created islands in Lagos. Maybe we'll have more on that when one of our coordinators from Lagos tells us what's happening. So, but probably what that means is people have been illegally creating islands in different parts of Lagos. Yes, Lagos has that structure where the land and the sea meet together. So yes, you can carve out a place, from those locations. So a lot of communities are actually carved out as island in Lagos. But the president is warning that those communities, people will no longer create islands in Lagos without federal oversight or proper coordination or land coordination. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu has issued that warning. We know there are lots of businesses, lots of island right there in Lagos, but you can't do that anymore without government coordinating and looking into what you're trying to do. Yes, we also have the news coming from Nigeria about a book a young man wrote. We all remember the young man Bawa. Bawa, let's have his image online. Let's see if any of the image is there. But anyway, the young man Bawa was one time EFCC boss, and he has come up with a tell-all book. In that book, he exposes a lot of irregularities. He says there is a Trillion-Naira fuel subsidy fraud going on in Nigeria. Trillion-Naira subsidy fraud. So he says that fraud is between officials and importers to siphon Nigerians' subsidy scam. So Bawa is giving us that story. We want to read that book. So whoever has access to that book, we would like to know more on this very explosive information that's come out. Yes, since he was a chairman of a commission like the EFCC, he must have seen a lot, and now he's telling us. Now he's speaking. So that's the news coming from EFCC Nigeria. Also coming from Nigeria is something that has to be told, and that is the Anambra State government has debunked claims of consulting native doctors for its election. He said what people saw, there's a video making round on social media of the governor consulting a native doctor. So he said it's a skit. It's a skit that a comedian came to do, and he was there in that content creating space with that comedian. So he said it's not true that he consulted anybody. It's not true he consulted a native doctor for his bid to come back as governor of Anambra State 2026. Yes, you're on to Friday International Update.
In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
So as we go on, you are welcome. As we go on, we want to send our condolences to the family of the former petroleum minister and also one-time education minister, Professor Jubril Aminu. Professor Jubril Aminu, we heard, passed on yesterday, and he was one time a minister of petroleum and also minister of education. We want to send our condolences. He has left a legacy of national service, a legacy of input in the development of Nigeria. So that's Professor Jubril Aminu there. He passed away yesterday at the age of 85. Professor Jubril Aminu, one-time petroleum minister and education minister. Yes. So we go on with the news. Okay, that's the picture of the EFCC boss, Bawa. The book is titled The Shadow of Loot and Losses. The Shadow of Loot and Losses opens up some of the very, very heinous crime happening in the Nigerian space. It says there's a 3 million Naira fuel subsidy fraud in going on in Nigeria. So Bawa, ex-EFCC boss Bawa, is telling us in his new book titled "The Shadow of Loot and Losses." That's a young man there, and that's also the governor of Anambra State, Soludo, trying to telling us that the news of him consulting native doctor for election in November 8th is not true. He said he was in a skit and he was watching a comedian do some skits. So it's totally not true that he was consulting a native doctor. We don't know how true that could be because the video showed him doing, but he now says it's a skit. So let's take it that it's a skit. Also, in news from Nigeria is an announcement of the new arrived new train set. They say the Blue Line Rail. The Blue Line Rail, Lagos has just launched the Blue Line Rail with a 12 coaches, total of 12 coaches for the Blue Line Rail, making another milestone in an effort to enhance public transport. So the governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, shared the update via his X handle yesterday. Blue Line Rail. That's it. I think that's a good one from Lagos State. If these structures, if these infrastructures will really leave the test of time, be maintained, that could enhance the transport system in Lagos. Yes, Blue Line Rail, Lagos State Blue Line Rail for you there. So it was unveiled yesterday, and they say it's going to be faster. It's going to, there will also be more extension by 2026. The Blue Line Rail received 12 new Blue Line coaches, 12 of it, for journey through locations like there's a place called Okukumaiko, and these are suburbs of Lagos. Blue Line Rail for you there. Blue Line Rail. It's a good one. Yeah, so a lot in the news. Also, we have in our news this morning, one of the news updates, the travel ban. United States have targeted 12 countries and put a slap of ban on them. The travel ban in the United States on 12 countries. 12 of the countries. We have a list there. Let's see through that list. The list of 12 countries that have been banned from coming to the United States. We know last time there was that incident that happened where some people, somebody attacked a Jewish protest in Colorado, and many people were hurt. So in view of that, the United States have slapped a 12 country travel ban. Those countries include Afghanistan, Iran, Yemen. We also have Republic of Congo, Chad, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. So these 12 countries have been slapped with travel ban. 12 countries slapped with travel ban. So, but the instruction says, even though in this country, these countries, if you are a citizen of this country and you have to come for remember there's also the I think there's a sporting event in the United States this year. It says that ban will not affect those people. So this year, United States is co-hosting with Canada and Mexico the 2026 World Cup. Okay, next year, sorry. So, but this ban will not affect those involved in that event, that sport event. So, even if you're from these places. When it's time for that event, you can still go, but on a broader scale, 12 countries have been slapped with travel ban from United States. Yes. More news as we go on. More news. But let's take a break.
Schengen Story magazine is an African international bi-monthly magazine based in Milan, Italy, and founded in 2016. The publication focuses on personalities, fashion, style, entrepreneurship, and culture for Africans. The articles on food, movies, fitness, music, travel, sports, technology, and books are also featured. Our lives full of best stories. A lot can happen in a month. Expand your mind, change your world. Get Schengen Story magazine's full editions, celebrating Africans make an impact. Read better, the inside story. Your fashion magazine for a better lifestyle, inspiring stories for you. Your monthly dose of entertainment, a better mind keeping you updated.
Hashtag Schengen Story magazine. Get Schengen Story magazine full editions.
Yes, Schengen Story magazine, one of the products of SSM. And we're here on our Friday news update, international news update. My name is Mark Godwin Iweajuwan. Because our coordinators have some small delay, we might just run through a few more news and call it up for today, hoping to join up on Monday on Between the Lines. So let's run through some of the news updates we have. Well, we have the news coming that the romance with Trump and Elon is officially over. Let's see a clip of that before we continue.
And I can understand why he's upset. Remember, he was here for a long time. You saw a man who was very happy when he stood behind the Oval desk, and even with the black eye, I said, "Do you want a little makeup? We'll get you a little makeup." But he said, "No, I don't think so," which is interesting and very nice. He wants to be who he is, so you could make that statement too, I guess. Look, Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore. I was surprised because you were here. Everybody in this room practically was here as we had a wonderful send-off. He said wonderful things about me. You couldn't have nicer. Said the best things. He's worn the hat. Trump was right about everything. And I am right about the great, big, beautiful bill.
So there you go. Donald Trump telling us officially that it's over with him and Elon Musk. And they have spilled it all over social media, tearing themselves down. Elon claimed on Thursday that President Trump is in the Epstein list. He also made signs that he might not bring back the astronaut at the space station. So two very interesting things happening there. This is it. This is what happens when you have egoistic, narcissist people doing things at a point that everybody wants to show that ego. Everybody wants to say, "I'm the boss," I'm in charge and all that. So let's see how it plays out as time goes on. It doesn't look too good, but one thing for sure is Elon will not have it too smooth if he goes his route, because you can't face off with the leadership of any given country. Trump is the president of the United States for now, and that's a very strong position to be at. It's something you don't want to go against. I mean, he has all authority, all the power, and everything. Even if Elon is still the richest man on the surface of the earth, so that's what we're following. We'll get more of what they are trying to do among themselves. Maybe by Monday we'll have more of such news. But for now, this is what we've heard. Elon has just taken his of the feud with the president to the next level, promising that the stranded NASA astronauts on the International Space Station might not be he might not bring them back. His company, SpaceX company, might not bring them back. So, and that might mean them hanging there for some time before arrangements are made. Now, what arrangement could be made? Arrangement of Boeing. Boeing actually does most of that movement. NASA has a contract with Boeing, and Boeing might have to go and bring those astronauts back. So it's interesting. It's interesting that we have to see this kind of thing play out, even on international, on very strong diplomatic issues like this. Also, before we go, let's say something about the Jeffrey Epstein list. He made that claim of Trump being in the Jeffrey Epstein list, and now that might also mean that there's a connection also with the ongoing PDD, Puff Daddy, the bad boy, entertainment man, and his list also. So a lot is happening. A lot is happening. We need to just stay on and get all the updates as they happen. So Elon claimed that President Donald Trump is in the list, and he says Trump replied that he's crazy. He's crazy to have said so. So, well, we hope that the list will come out. We all know Jeffrey Epstein is a child sex offender who died in prison in 2019. So, this is it. These are some of those updates we have for you, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you for coming, hearing this update. Thank you for keeping the time with us through the week from Monday up to now. Hopefully, the other colleagues will join by next week, and we'll have more to show you and tell you. So until then, my name is Godwin from Milan, Italy, and I'm signing out. Hope you have a beautiful weekend. Thank you, viewers. Thank you for being with us. Bye-bye.